Alright, as stated in the title, I reproduced Tommy Richman's $1 Million Baby. There's just something about the way this song is put together that makes it just so catchy and memorable. And I think you can learn a lot from this song, even if it's not the genre you are usually producing. The arrangement is super simple, but the details keep the song interesting. That's why I thought it would be a cool thing to do for a video to show this production. Alright, let's get into the production. I will not play the original song because I'm scared of getting a copyright claim. I will just play the main part of my production so you have an idea how it sounds like. So I will start with the drums and do a little breakdown of these. So the drum pattern is super simple. I just went with samples that sounded somewhat similar to the original one. One important detail I would like to mention here is the cowbell is a very distinct sound in the original, so it is important that the tuning matches. But other than that, the drums are super simple. For the bass, I layered two sounds that sounded a bit like a mini moog, and on one of them I put a chorus on it because I felt like I heard it in the original. Just a little side note, the red track here is the original, so I can always listen back and forth if it sounds similar. Another side note that I would like to make is that most of the main sounds are made from FM synthesis. The one that I chose to work with in this case was the FM8, not because it's like particularly awesome or anything, but I'm just used to the interface. You can absolutely do the same with Operator 2 in Ableton. There was this preset glassy electric piano that came somewhat close to the original sound. And then I just tweaked it with the stock auto filter, saturator, and sidechained it to the kick, I think. No, it's not sidechained, it's just regular compression. I think it sounds pretty similar to the original song. There was also this vocal sample underneath and I was not really finding anything similar, so I just recorded my voice and processed it a bit. And the last thing I added is just this ambient thing. Because there was also some ambience going on in the original song, I'm sure this is not really matching the original one, but I didn't care that much. I think the main section sounds pretty similar to the original one. And the main thing that absolutely carries the song is obviously the vocals. And the isolated vocals I found in a YouTube video, they are not perfect, but I was okay with it. That is pretty much the main part of the song. In the intro you have another synth that is playing this very high note all the time. If you listen very closely, you can tell it's panned to left and right because that's also how it is in the original. This I just did with some automation on the track panning here. It just makes sure that it goes left and right. Nothing crazy. The verse is pretty much the same as the opening part, but there is also this open hi-hat that is coming. And this open hi-hat is not used in the intro. The next thing that changes is that there is another bass sound. The main chords of the song also go an octave lower with a slightly filtered sound. This one I'm not quite sure with if I heard it correctly, but I feel like at the end of this first half of the verse there's this vocal distorted sample coming back, so I put it in here again. But as I said, not too sure with this. The second half of the verse is also the same. The variation comes from the vocal part. In the second part of the verse it goes back to the main bass sound that I explained before. The retro sounding minimal kinda bass. But the keys remain filtered and also in the lower octave. Before the chorus comes back again, there is this small little bridge without drums. The keys go back to the octave above. And the chorus is pretty much the same thing as the opening again. In the chorus we also have another synth that is being introduced here. I'm pretty sure that this melody I put in here is not exactly the one in the original, but I didn't really care that much. I just aimed to get a somewhat similar sound to catch the vibe. And then it just repeats itself and it goes to this bridge part. So what's going on here is that there is another synth that is like this very short staccato synth. And then there is this melody for the outro. Also we have yet another key sound. This one I made with FM8 again. I forgot to mention this outro lead synth is made with Massive. But again, it's just a matter of taste because I'm used to the Massive UI. You can absolutely make that in the Ableton Wavetable too. And we also have this very deep filtered bass from the verse again. And also the main bass. I think that's the only part in the song where both of the basses play at the same time. And at the very end of the song, the drums also go silent again. Only this open hi-hat stays. And that is pretty much the whole production of the song. The main thing is that the vocal performance is amazing and it really carries the song. I just think that this song really shows how much you can do with small little variations that are really intended to make the song interesting. And if you have a vocal performance that strong, it doesn't even have to change that much in the music. If this video was helpful to you, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I will put all my links in the description from my music and stuff. I'm planning to release a new song soon. Also links to other cool YouTube channels. Yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next video.